Welcome everybody to another episode of Let's Chat Community Rugby, where we chat all things rugby. We'll cover off on last week's result, look ahead, and also cover off media stories from around the grounds. I'm joined by once again Graham Cooper. Graham, thanks.
G'day, Dane.
And special guest, Carla Tizano. Carla,
How you going? Cheers. Cheers for having me.
Greg up. All right, so we'll first look at FMG round 5 results. We had quite a lopsided result down at the Edinburgh Oval at Curtin's home ground. Netties getting over the top of them, 112-0. Over at UWA, your boys got up there, Carla.
Yeah, good win away at Harrisdale, I think it is. Yeah, it was a good win. You know, keep the winning streak going and have some momentum going to, I think it's Netties this week, which will be good.
Tough game. Coops, you were down at Bennett Park, centre of the pitch. How did it go?
Yeah, the West boys getting up there in a good little battle. The Pally boys really threw it to them for 80 minutes. Made the breakdown pretty tough to referee, which is always a bit of fun. But yeah, West just running out victors there.
It's all guessing anyway, mate. We had Southern Lions having a massive result over Cottesloe over at Harvey Field, getting over 15 points to 14. So that's a good one for those Southern Lions boys. Kalamunda defeating Wanneroo, 43-29. Associates defeating Coastal Cavs, 59-22. And in the live stream game of the week, Joondalup, way too good there for Basie. Even though they didn't have Sheldon Tarawa, who was away with the Asia Pacific Dragons, they ended up getting 49-0 over Basie. And if we have a look at the ladder, UWA, Carlo, still on top there.
Yeah, no, we've got to a good start of the season. There's a few games when we nearly losing going to half time. Then we came back and did real well. So it'll be interesting to see up against a top quality side like Netherlands how we go. But I'm confident the boys. We have good structure and everyone's been really getting along pretty well. So we got some good culture as well going on down at the library.
Fantastic. If we have a look around the grounds, we'll first have a little chat there about Sheldon Tarawa. So Sheldon, we mentioned last week, getting called up to the wider squad of Asia Pacific Dragons. He ended up getting on against the Force there. Force getting up 7 points to 3 in a tight one. But congratulations, Sheldon, on getting on the field and getting a game.
The second one is Angus Taylor, the West Scarborough 9, being called up into the Western Force squad this weekend to take on the South China Tigers as an injury replacement in that game. So good luck, mate. Well done.
And shout out to Ben Grant as well, who's future Force boy, who's come up and been named on the bench as well. So
well done, mate. Good luck this weekend. We do have, as I mentioned, the special guest, Carlo Tizano. Carlo, we can't go this episode without talking about your performance with the under-20s. And I guess also a congratulations being called up into the squad to go to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk us to a little bit about that little trip that you were on?
Yeah, sweet. So basically I was only supposed to go for a week. And I didn't make too many friends in the first few days because I just, no one really knew who I was and I was just hitting people and they didn't really like that. So yeah. But yeah, it eventually earned me a spot into the Oceania squad and then just went from there. Yeah, so
fantastic.
Stoked about it, yeah.
That big game, it's been talked about a little bit. We won't gloss too much on it, but a win over the All Blacks, Baby Blacks. How did it feel getting that win?
Yeah, it felt good. Yeah. Felt real good. They were not happy about it at all. There was a lot of chat being thrown, a bit of niggle even at half time from them going to the tunnel. So yeah, no, it was an awesome win, just to see them lose.
It's a good result. Good result for Australia, especially under 20s. And again, another special mentions to Brodie McCaskill, Ollie Callan, who are in the shadow squad for that World Cup.
Yeah,
and hopefully they do get an opportunity and take it. But
definitely deserve it as well.
You and Mikey McDonald heading over to that World Cup and hopefully bring back the cup.
Yeah, sweet, too easy.
Well done. All right, well, boys, we'll look ahead at the round 6 tips. For FMG Premier Grade. So, Carlo, if you want to kick us off.
So we got Kalamunda versus Cottesloe, home game for Kala. I think they have a lot of momentum going to this game. They're sort of mid area of the season, first quarter. I think they'll have fitness will be up and Cott slowing down a bit. I think so. Have to give that one to Kalamunda.
Nice, yeah. There's Basie taking on West over at Patahara. What do you have there?
I think the likelihood of West winning this will be just as high as you dropping the knee in the next month.
Oh, yes. I like that.
So I have to give it to West.
And we'll look at UWA Netherlands.
I think this will be a very close game. Both ends. It's sort of hard for me to say, to be honest. Coops, what do you reckon?
Mate, like you said, it's a tough one to pick. Nettie's try-scoring machine, but the UWA boys up and about as well. So it's going to be close. I can't see Nettie's losing, unfortunately, Carlo.
That's right. Just wait and see, mate.
Correct.
Another big one there, Coops over at Kingsway, Wanneroo versus Pally.
Yeah, so the battle of the youngsters, I think, the Wanneroo and Pally boys, both young teams. I think they're going to throw their bodies around in this one. After refereeing Pally on the weekend, I think they're going to get up by about 10 points in this game.
Cavs and Lofty won't like that.
Yeah.
Joondalup versus Associates, HBF Arena.
Yeah, copped a heap of messages from the Soaks boys after tipping the Cavs against them last week. So just because I don't want 2 a.m. messages from those blokes, I might pick Soaks.
Yeah, fair enough. Southern Lions versus Curtin Uni at Success. Who do you have there?
Mate, Southern Lions at home are doing pretty well, so I'm just going to pick them.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. And then the live stream fixture of the week, we have Arcs taking on Coastal out at Harrisdale. Kyle, I'll get your tip first.
I'll have to give that one to Coastal Cavs. You know, invest them at the start of the year, and they're actually a really good side. They come along pretty good, and I think they'll be just too good for Arcs on the day. Yeah.
Nice. Coops, who do you have in this one?
Mate, Cavs set piece is pretty handy, so I think they could dominate in that area and obviously win the game off that platform.
No, fantastic. So if you want to go out and head to the local clubs, please remember, get out there, enjoy the games, support your local club, and support Premier Grade Rugby. And before we wrap up, just want to give a little shout out to some of the community programs that we're running. DOs are doing a great job. So we have Rugby Roos Associates starting this week. We've got Nedlands and Wanneroo kicking off next week. And we've already had a massive result out at Kalgoorlie, where they've had 51 registered kids
Awesome.
out there. So really good work. We also have Get Into Rugby. So Ellenbrook are running a Get Into Rugby program, as well as Nedlands, both locations, their Hillary's and their Foreshore location. So if you're keen on having a kid play rugby, these programs are great to start with. 5-week program. Please head onto our website to find out more information.
And on top of that, we'd like all clubs, volunteers, anyone to send any social media news into Rugby WA. We want to promote the game as much as possible. So if there's a 50th club anniversary or a big game milestone from any players in your club, send it through and we'll pump it up as much as we can.
Also, we got our local hero promotion starting next week, so just send through, if you got like an old geezer at the club that's a legend around there, just send through his story, what he's been doing around the club, and yeah, we're going to be doing a promotion all through that, so yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. Boys, that's another week. That's full time on another episode of Let's Chat. Carlo, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck for the season ahead.
Cheers.
And good luck for the 20s. Coops, you're off on another junket.
Oh, please.
So enjoy the trip
Thanks, mate.
over
Cheers.
east and good luck for that.
Thanks, Dane.
Cheers.
No worries.
Appreciate your efforts too, mate. Well done.
Thank you.